They may look like ordinary quarters, but some are worth a fortune. Welcome to our channel, where coins tell stories and surprise fortunes await. Stick around, and watch till the end to find out which one could be worth thousands. The 2001 Rhode Island State Quarter minted at the Philadelphia Mint may look like just another piece of change, a shiny little disc you could find in any pocket, resting in a cash drawer, or clinking against your keys. But hidden within its tiny surface is a vast ocean of history, craftsmanship, and culture. And for a lucky few, this unassuming coin has transformed from spare change into a collector's treasure worth tens of thousands of dollars. What makes this coin so captivating isn't just its rarity. It's the story it tells, a story of a state defined by its waters, a program that reshaped American coin collecting, and the unpredictable quirks of minting that can turn a 25-cent coin into a $59000 masterpiece. Let's go back to the beginning. In 1999, the U.S. Mint launched one of the most ambitious and beloved numismatic programs in history, the 50-State Quarters program. Each year, 5 new designs were released, celebrating the unique identity of every U.S. state. These coins weren't just money. They were miniature monuments, carrying pride, artistry, and education into the hands of everyday Americans. In 2001, it was Rhode Island's time to shine. And it did, not with a grand building or a towering figure, but with a graceful sailboat. The design is stunning in its simplicity. A single sailboat glides across the shimmering waters of Narragansett Bay. In the background, the iconic Claiborne-Pell-Newport Bridge connects the shores of Aquidneck Island to the mainland, a modern marvel set against the timeless rhythm of the sea. This image wasn't just chosen for beauty. It speaks to who Rhode Island is. The smallest state in the Union, yes, but one with an outsized maritime legacy. Shipbuilding, trade, naval power, coastal culture, Rhode Island's story is written in water. And this coin, struck in copper-nickel, becomes its canvas. The design may be poetic, but the minting reality is where things get fascinating. Over 400 million Rhode Island quarters were produced at the Philadelphia Mint. But as with all things mass-produced, perfection is rare. Most were used, tossed in pockets, dropped on sidewalks, stacked in cash registers. Over time, the fine lines wore down. The shine faded. And the details that made the coin beautiful, the lines of the sail, the cables of the bridge, the ripples in the water, blurred into the background. But a few coins escaped. Some were tucked away straight from mint rolls. Others landed in the hands of early collectors, sealed in airtight capsules, shielded from light, air, and time. These coins remain in what collectors call mint state, crisp, untouched, flawless. And those coins are the ones that matter. Because in the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. A mint state 2001 Rhode Island quarter with sharp luster and a strong strike, especially one graded MS 67 or higher, immediately becomes desirable. But then, add in something even rarer, a minting error. You see, not all coins are created equal. Sometimes, the dies shift. Sometimes the planchet, the blank coin before it struck, is misaligned. Occasionally, a die is overused, leading to a weak or blurry impression. And even more rarely, a coin is struck twice, or struck off-center, or created using the wrong metal alloy altogether. These are minting errors, mistakes that make a coin unique, unpredictable, and, for collectors, extremely valuable. There have been Rhode Island quarters with visible doubling, off-center strikes, and other dramatic errors, and when those features combine with pristine condition, the value multiplies fast. What was once a coin destined for your pocket could now fetch eye-watering prices at auction. But beyond the technicals, there's something deeper that drives this coin's appeal. It's nostalgia. It's pride. It's memory. For Rhode Island natives, this coin is a slice of home. For Americans, it's a reminder of when coins told stories, not just carried value. And for collectors, it's part of a legendary chase, to build the perfect set, to find the flawless piece, to discover that hidden gem the rest of the world missed. And that brings us to the truly elite examples, the few coins that check every box. Immaculate surface. Perfect strike. Sharp design. Rare error. Certified by professional grading services and preserved like fine art. These are the quarters that break records, draw bids from elite collectors, and end up showcased in auction catalogs and museums. So, how much is this coin really worth? let's be clear, 99.9% of 2001 Rhode Island quarters will only ever be worth 25 cents, maybe $1 if they're in good condition and sold to a casual collector. But that rare combination, a flawless specimen from the Philadelphia Mint, with pristine luster and an exceptional minting error, can transform this humble quarter into a showstopper. One such coin, verified and authenticated, has sold for an incredible $59,000. That's not a myth. That's a moment that changes everything. A pocket-sized piece of American storytelling, originally struck for pocket change, now elevated to the level of fine collectibles. So next time you flip through your change jar, look closer. Look at the bridge. The sail. The bay. Look for the sharpness of the strike, the crispness of the lettering, the unusual details that don't quite match. You might just be holding more than currency. You might be holding history. Art. And maybe, just maybe, a fortune. The 2008 Oklahoma State Quarter is not just another coin, it's a small piece of history that represents the pride, culture, and beauty of Oklahoma. When this quarter was first released as part of the U.S. Mint's 50 State Quarters program, it didn't just become part of everyday circulation. It became a symbol of a state that is often overlooked, but filled with history, nature, and character. Let's take a moment to truly appreciate the story behind this coin, from its inception to its release and eventual rise in value. When you look at the Oklahoma quarter, you're not simply gazing at a piece of metal, you're holding a story in your hands. This coin is deeply connected to Oklahoma's rich history, culture, and landscape, and the design chosen for it tells a captivating tale. The 2008 Oklahoma State Quarter design was chosen to reflect the natural beauty and spirit of the state. The central figure on the coin is the scissortail flycatcher, Oklahoma's state bird, caught in mid-flight, its wings spread wide, and its distinctive tail feathers trailing behind it like a brushstroke of nature. This bird is not only a beautiful creature, but it symbolizes freedom and independence, themes that resonate deeply with the people of Oklahoma. The flycatcher is known for its agility and grace, and on this coin, it captures the very essence of what makes Oklahoma unique, a place that is wild, yet full of heart. As you gaze at the coin, you can't help but notice the Indian blanket wildflowers that surround the bird. These vibrant flowers are known for their bold colors, bright reds, oranges, and yellows, and they paint the background of the coin in a beautiful tribute to the state's native flora. Indian blanket flowers have long been a symbol of Oklahoma's connection to its Native American heritage and the wild, open landscapes of the plains. The design, then, becomes more than just an image on a coin. It is a narrative. A tribute to nature, to independence, and to the people of Oklahoma. This is where the magic of coin collecting truly begins, in the details. At first glance, this may appear to be a common coin, but as any seasoned collector knows, beauty lies in the details. There are subtle variations that make the 2008 Oklahoma quarter a special find, small errors, unique strikes, and intricate features that can increase the value of this quarter far beyond its original 25-cent face value. **** The role of the Denver Mint **** in the production of this quarter adds another layer of intrigue. The minting process at the Denver Mint was not without its own set of challenges and intricacies. The coins produced there have been known for their crispness and high quality, making them especially sought after by collectors. But, as with all minting processes, there were occasionally errors in some of the batches. These errors would go unnoticed by the general public but would later become highly coveted by collectors who knew what to look for. It's often these mistakes that can turn a seemingly ordinary coin into a small fortune. Misstrikes, double dies, and other imperfections often lead to significant value spikes. This is where the collector's journey begins. For many, a simple trip to the coin shop or a glance through old change jars can uncover something extraordinary. Perhaps you find a quarter that has slight imperfections in its design or the strike is off-center. Maybe it's part of a roll that has been kept in pristine condition, untouched by time. This is the kind of coin that draws collectors, the kind of coin that could, in the right condition, fetch thousands of dollars. It's not just about scarcity, it's about finding that one rare coin that defies expectations. ***, grading plays an important role in determining the value of any coin, including the 2008 Oklahoma quarter. A coin that is graded high, say, an MS-66 or MS-67, can bring significantly more than one that is in average condition. Coins like these are kept in mint condition or are proof coins that have never been circulated. The higher the grade, the more it's worth, and it's not uncommon for high-quality quarters, such as this Oklahoma coin, to fetch impressive prices in the right market, but rarity is also an important factor. Even though millions of Oklahoma quarters were minted, only a small fraction of those are kept in near-perfect condition. Fewer still will have unique flaws or imperfections that make them truly stand out. Some collectors hunt for rare die errors or even misaligned strikes, small deviations in a coin's production that give it character. When such coins are discovered, they can command enormous sums from serious collectors who are looking to fill in the gaps of their collections, and that's where things get exciting. The Oklahoma State Quarter isn't just a coin, it's a collectible piece of art. Collectors eagerly search for uncirculated rolls of these coins, hoping to find one in pristine condition. They comb through stacks of quarters, looking for coins with sharp details and vivid imagery. They even scour coin shows, hoping to spot one of these beautiful quarters in the middle of a dealer's table, overlooked by others who don't know its worth. Some even buy large collections or estate sales to find that one perfect quarter that might be worth more than all the rest combined. At auction, these quarters are sold to the highest bidder, and prices can vary widely based on a number of factors, including demand, rarity, and condition. And while the Oklahoma quarter might not be one of the most famous coins of the series, it certainly has its share of collectors who are willing to pay top dollar for a high-quality version, particularly if it comes with a unique error or an interesting story behind it. In fact, the 2008 Oklahoma State Quarter has reached impressive prices in the secondary market. In recent years, some high-quality versions of the Oklahoma Quarter, especially those in pristine, uncirculated condition, have been known to fetch up to $55,000. As the world of coin collecting continues to evolve, the demand for rare and high-quality coins like the 2008 Oklahoma Quarter will likely continue to rise. And who knows? Perhaps one day, one of these quarters could become the centerpiece of an impressive coin collection or the subject of a major auction sale, commanding even higher prices as time goes on. So, next time you find yourself staring at a stack of change, take a moment to examine your coins closely. You might be holding on to a rare gem, one that tells the story of Oklahoma, of America, and of a small piece of history that could be worth far more than you ever expected. In 2013, a remarkable event occurred in the world of numismatics. The United States Mint released a coin that would not only capture the essence of an iconic American landmark but also ignite the imaginations of collectors and history enthusiasts alike. That coin was the 2013 Mount Rushmore National Memorial Quarter. Minted as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, this coin honored one of the most celebrated monuments in the United States, the majestic Mount Rushmore. The story of this coin begins in the rolling hills of South Dakota, where, carved into the granite face of the Black Hills, the towering figures of George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln stand proudly. These four men, each a symbol of American strength and leadership, have come to represent the very heart of the nation's values. The monument itself, which took 14 years to complete, remains an iconic image, etched into the minds of Americans and visitors alike, but it wasn't just the grand scale of the monument that made it an ideal subject for a coin, it was the profound historical significance of Mount Rushmore. Created by sculptor Gutzon Borglum and later completed by his son, Lincoln Borglum, the monument stands as a tribute not just to the four presidents but to the ideals they embodied: freedom, democracy, and the pursuit of greatness. This is the backdrop against which the 2013 Mount Rushmore Quarter was born. The coin's reverse side, which features the stunning design created by artist Joseph Mena, offers an entirely unique perspective on the monument. Instead of a simple image of the completed sculpture, Mena chose to depict a moment in history, the construction of the monument itself. We see a sculptor at work, chiseling the face of Thomas Jefferson, while the faces of George Washington and Theodore Roosevelt can be seen in varying stages of completion, their massive likenesses emerging slowly from the rock. The view is framed with scaffolding, the tools of the sculptor's trade, and the dirt and dust of the labor that went into creating this monumental work. The artistry of this design is nothing short of breathtaking. Rather than simply capturing the final product, Mena's design offers a glimpse into the process, the labor, and the vision that transformed an idea into a living piece of history. The coin, despite its small size, manages to convey the grandeur and scale of the monument, allowing collectors to connect with the story of Mount Rushmore in a way they never could before. It's a moment frozen in time, a tribute not just to the monument itself, but to the perseverance and ingenuity of the people who built it. Of course, the artistry of the coin is matched only by its symbolism. On the obverse side of the coin, we find the familiar bust of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. Washington's image has graced the U.S. quarter since 1932, and its presence on this coin serves as a powerful reminder of the nation's founding principles. With his hand on his chest and his gaze set firmly ahead, Washington represents the unity and determination that have shaped the course of American history. But this coin, like all others in the America the Beautiful Quarters program, is more than just a tribute to a monument. It is a testament to the beauty of the American landscape and the stories that are embedded within it. The Mount Rushmore quarter was just one of several coins released as part of this program, which sought to honor national parks, historical sites, and landmarks that represent the very fabric of the nation. Now, let's talk about the minting of the coin itself. The 2013 Mount Rushmore quarter was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the U.S. Mint's oldest and most prestigious facilities. The coin was released into circulation with a P mint mark, signaling its production in Philadelphia. A total of 231.8 million Mount Rushmore quarters were minted for circulation, a large number in the world of numismatics, but that doesn't mean they're all equal in value. In addition to the regular circulation coins, special versions of the Mount Rushmore quarter were minted in limited quantities, making them highly desirable to collectors. These versions, including uncirculated coins and proof coins, were struck with a higher level of precision and detail. Proof coins, in particular, were produced using specially polished dies and planchets, resulting in a brilliant, mirror-like finish that makes every detail of the design pop. These coins were sold directly to collectors, often in protective packaging, and were never intended for general circulation. But even with the large mintage numbers, it's important to understand that rarity plays a huge role in a coin's value. Some of the Mount Rushmore quarters were released with errors, either struck on the wrong planchet or featuring double designs or other flaws. In the world of coin collecting, these errors are often more valuable than the perfect specimens, simply because they are so much rarer. A coin that is missing a part of its design, for example, or one that was misstruck, can be worth far more than a typical coin in the same condition. As with all collectible coins, the condition of the coin also plays a vital role in its value. Coins that were well preserved, with no signs of wear or damage, are far more valuable than those that were heavily circulated. The grading system used by numismatists, from MS-60 to MS-70, reflects the coin's condition, with the higher numbers representing coins that are virtually perfect. Coins that are graded MS-69 or higher are especially sought after by collectors, and those that receive a perfect MS-70 grade can command astounding prices. As the years went by, collectors began to recognize the true value of the 2013 Mount Rushmore quarter, especially those in pristine condition or with rare minting errors. It wasn't long before these coins started appearing at auctions, and when one such coin came up for sale, the bidding frenzy began. This particular coin, a flawless MS-69 example with a rare die anomaly, attracted the attention of collectors from around the world. When the hammer finally fell, the price was staggering. The coin, which had been struck in 2013 and sold in its original packaging, fetched a price that few could have anticipated. The auction house reported that this Mount Rushmore quarter had sold for an extraordinary $42,000. A coin, worth just 25 cents when it was first minted, had become a symbol of the power of rarity, condition, and historical significance. This sale was a reminder to collectors and enthusiasts alike that sometimes, the true value of a coin isn't found in its face value, it's in the story it tells, the history it represents, and the rarity that makes it unique. The 2013 Mount Rushmore quarter serves as a perfect example of how a simple piece of currency can transcend its role as money and become a treasured artifact. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a casual collector, the story of this coin is one that reminds us of the power of history, the artistry of design, and the incredible value that a coin can hold when it's part of something bigger than just a transaction. The 2016 Harper's Ferry, D. Quarter, part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, stands out as a beautiful tribute to one of the most significant historical sites in the United States. Harper's Ferry National Historical Park, nestled in West Virginia at the confluence of the Potomac and Shenandoah rivers, is a place steeped in history. From the strategic importance of its location during the Civil War to the dramatic events surrounding John Brown's raid, Harper's Ferry has played a crucial role in shaping the nation's story. It is this rich history that the 2016 Harper's Ferry quarter seeks to commemorate. The design of the coin, created by artist Richard Masters, is both stunning and symbolic. The reverse side features a soldier standing watch, with Maryland Heights looming majestically in the background. This positioning speaks not just to the beauty of the landscape but also to the role Harper's Ferry played during the Civil War. The soldier is a reminder of the conflict that unfolded in this very place, where Union and Confederate forces clashed over control of the town. In the foreground, the Potomac and Shenandoah rivers flow, winding their way through the land and creating a natural barrier that shaped the military strategies of the time. What makes this quarter even more meaningful is its historical significance. Harper's Ferry was not just a site of military importance during the Civil War, it was the location of John Brown's infamous raid in 1859. Brown's attempt to incite an armed slave revolt in the South by capturing the Federal Armory here marked one of the defining moments leading up to the Civil War. The raid, though unsuccessful, inflamed tensions between the North and the South and further solidified Harper's Ferry as a key location in the nation's struggle over slavery and freedom. The design of the quarter does an exceptional job of capturing the essence of this history. The figure of the soldier is a nod to the Civil War, but the natural beauty of the rivers and the towering heights in the background remind us that this place is not just a battleground, but also a place of extraordinary beauty. The cliffside of Maryland Heights adds a dramatic element to the design, emphasizing the ruggedness of the land while also symbolizing the resilience of the people who fought to protect it. On the obverse of the coin, we find the familiar portrait of George Washington, created by John Flanagan. Washington's image has graced the U.S. quarter since 1932, and its inclusion here serves as a reminder of the country's founding principles. While the reverse side takes us to a moment in time during the Civil War, the obverse remains a timeless representation of the nation's origins. Minted at the Denver Mint, this quarter carries the D mint mark, indicating its origin. Like other coins in the America the Beautiful Quarters program, the Harper's Ferry quarter was produced in both circulation and special collector's editions. These special editions, including proof and uncirculated versions, were produced with a higher level of care and attention to detail, ensuring that collectors could appreciate the full beauty of the coin's design. The 2016 Harper's Ferry quarter was minted in a total of over 200 million copies for circulation, a number that may seem high in the world of coin collecting. But in the world of numismatics, rarity and value aren't always determined by the number of coins produced. Other factors, such as the coin's condition, unique variations, and special errors, can make a seemingly common coin highly valuable. Coins that are struck with imperfections, such as double dies or misalignments, are often much rarer than their perfectly minted counterparts. Errors in the minting process can add a layer of uniqueness to a coin, turning an otherwise ordinary quarter into a coveted treasure for collectors. The Harper's Ferry quarter, with its detailed design and potential for errors, became a target for those in the numismatic community looking to find rare examples of this coin. One of the key factors in determining a coin's value is its grade. Coins that are graded at higher levels, such as MS-69 or MS-70, are worth significantly more than those that show signs of wear or damage. The grading process takes into account factors like strike quality, surface marks, and overall appearance. Proof coins, which are produced with special dies and polished planchets, often receive high grades and are highly valued by collectors. As collectors began to appreciate the beauty and historical significance of the 2016 Harper's Ferry quarter, demand for high-quality versions of the coin increased. The proof coins, with their mirror-like finishes and exceptional detail, became especially sought after. Collectors who were fortunate enough to find flawless specimens of the coin, particularly those that were graded at MS-69 or MS-70, saw their investments grow as the rarity and quality of these coins became more apparent. But it wasn't just the proof coins that captured the attention of collectors. Over time, certain errors in the minting process started to emerge. A few Harper's Ferry quarters were struck on the wrong planchet, resulting in coins that were slightly misaligned or lacked part of their design. Other coins were struck with doubling, creating a distorted image that made them stand out from the rest. These error coins are highly sought after in the numismatic world, and their value can be much higher than a standard version of the coin. As the years went by, the 2016 Harper's Ferry quarter continued to gain in value, particularly for those who had invested in the special proof and error versions. The demand for high-quality, rare examples of the coin led to a surge in interest, and soon, the 2016 Harper's Ferry quarter became one of the most coveted pieces in the America the Beautiful Quarter series. This was especially evident when one particular coin, in impeccable MS-70 condition, surfaced at a major coin auction. The coin, which had been struck with flawless precision and exhibited no signs of wear or damage, was quickly identified as one of the most pristine examples of the 2016 Harper's Ferry quarter ever seen. With its high grade, perfect finish, and error-free design, this coin attracted the attention of collectors from around the world. When the auction finally took place, the bidding was fierce. What started as a modest opening bid quickly escalated as numismatists and collectors realized the potential of the coin. The final hammer price was nothing short of astonishing. This flawless 2016 Harper's Ferry quarter, which had once been worth just 25 cents, sold for an eye-popping $38,000.